Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you there was a imaginary world that you can create for yourself where you're always beautiful? Everybody's your friend. Anybody who talks negatively against you, you get to cut them out of your life. And you're always funny. You're the smartest person in the room, and nobody will disagree with you. And what if I told you there's a place like that that already exists? You'll say, well, David, what? What is that? Let me tell you what it is. It is the internet. And that's my next mental health talk. And before I go into this talk, let me put a disclaimer out there. I am not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not any of that. I am a advocate for those suffering with mental health. Obviously, as an advocate, you have to go through something yourself. So let's begin here. Mental health and the internet, and why I think, and this is my personal opinion, everybody not gonna like this, whatever, because I'm coming from the perspective of somebody born in 1987 that didn't have the internet growing up, opposed to those who rely on the internet so much now, or those who were born with the internet and have had it their entire life. So here we go. Excuse me. First thing I want to talk about when it comes to the internet and this fantasy world and how it impacts our mental health, since we're on this platform called YouTube, let's talk about these little things called dislikes. And why these little things right here, these little thumbs down that really don't mean anything, hurt us to the core so much, hurt our little feelings. Now, I don't know when this happened, but I don't know if it was last year, 2 years ago, whatever. YouTube took away the dislike feature. Well, not the dislike feature, it took away the counter. I remember the only big thing I remember when it came to YouTube dislikes is the Ghostbusters movie starring all the females. I can't think. I think Leslie from SNL, Melissa, excuse me, Melissa McCarthy. I want to say things like that. And if people like it, you have a bunch of thumbs up, and the green bar is way over here. And then if people don't like it, a bunch of thumbs down, and the red bar is way over here. And a lot of people use that to think, okay, well, nobody likes this. I'm not even going to think for myself. I'm not going to form my own opinion. I see all these other people don't like this. I don't like it either. Thumbs down. I've read multiple websites and things like that. Nothing from YouTube officially. Well, some of them from YouTube officially. But the main thing is, people were using the power of the internet to, I don't know what you want to call it, to do mass dislikes versus somebody they didn't like or a creator they didn't like or something like that. Then I heard another reason is because they want to protect their small YouTubers like me. And excuse me if I'm coughing, I'm getting over the flu, and I still have the cough, and doctors told me, hey, just take the Tylenol, cold and flu, and the cough go away. Not COVID. But anyway, so when it comes to these dislikes, they hurt people so bad because the small YouTubers, people like me, right? If my feelings, emotions, and all that were a little bit softer, I will look at a dislike on one of my videos and decide I'm never going to make a video again. However, I was born in '87, and I'm just a man, and I don't give a damn about no dislikes. Because I do this, I don't make no money from this, I don't got no sponsors. I love to talk professionally, and unfortunately we have a new wave of COVID or Omicron, so there aren't many opportunities to talk in public. And dislikes they don't affect me, but for some people, these dislikes, man, they are like a knife to the heart, because some people just want to be liked by everybody, right? So when they see, if they post, let's say you post some material that you put your heart into, and you see a bunch of dislikes, it's gonna impact your mental health. You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna feel like, oh, I'm not gonna create nothing ever again. My work is no good. Yada yada yada, and it's gonna have a major impact on you. Imagine the people that posted something on this platform called YouTube. They got a bunch of these little dumb thumbs down that really don't mean nothing, and they never posted ever again. Imagine all the potential in the world that was lost because they seen one of these and decided to just give up. And that's the impact that these have on people, man. Before I thought about posting this or playing this clip, but I didn't do it. But a long time ago, there was this lady, I guess she won an Oscar or something like that, and she was like, "You like me. You really, really like me." And I think that's what everybody in the entire world wants. They want everybody to like them, and including on the internet. And on the internet, because you're exposed to the World Wide Web, the actual world. You see all these people in the world giving you all these likes. You feel great. But then, when all these people in the world start to give you dislikes, you feel like crap. You start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt your character. You say, these people don't even know me. How can they not respect the work that I put into this? And we start to take these little dumb thumbs down personal. Because why? Because of the internet. Because we have a naturally as humans, we want to be loved. We want to interact with other humans. We want to find people who have our same interests in mind. We want to see those comments. We want to see those likes. We want to see those shares. That's why you see all these creators, hey, like, share, and subscribe. Like, people don't know how the hell YouTube work. But they say it on every video because they want to feel liked. They want to see people liking their stuff, people sharing their stuff, yada, yada, yada. We know how YouTube work. If people like it, they gonna like it. Thumbs up. If people want to share it with people who think and act like them and what they think that would enjoy your material, they're gonna share it. If they have something to say, they're gonna comment. You don't need to tell them to do that on every video. Anyway, let me go on. The internet. I think it's a false security blanket. I don't have a blanket next to me, but you know, it's something that we use to make ourselves feel better and hide the scars that we have, that we give ourselves when it comes to our mental health. And my biggest example would be this. You can decide who you interact with. Name your favorite comedian in your mind, whatever. I'm not going to name one because, you know, they be taking this crap personal. But let's say that Blistex was a comedian, right? And everybody in the world likes Blistex material, but I say, you know what, man? I don't like Blistex. You know their reaction online gonna be, oh, you just a hater. You just a hater. You just a hater. Because we can't form our own opinions. Because we have to agree with everybody else, or we're a hater. We can't say that we don't like what everybody else likes. We have to kind of mask what we really like just so we can agree with everybody else, so we seem cool with everybody else. And what that does for that one individual, what that does for Blistex is make Blistex feels like, damn, I must be the funniest comedian in the world. When in reality, you're really not that funny. But because it's the nice thing to do on the internet, we love to share, oh man, good vibes only, and hey, if somebody doesn't like it, or if they say, hey, I didn't think this was funny, even if they don't comment, even if they say, hey, I just didn't like it, you automatically a hater, because we can't have our own opinions on the internet. And I think that's doing more harm to people's self-esteem than ever. Because there's millions and millions and millions of creators on YouTube, right? Everybody's not going to be at the top. Everybody's not going to be the best gamer. Even me. They're not going to be, excuse me, they're not going to be the best talker. They're not going to be the best singer or rapper or whatever, you know. But because it's the internet, and I swear, if one person says they don't like it, there'll be 5 more people jumping on them to call them a hater. Once again, kind of falsely boosting that person's self-esteem. And then this is what it does for us when we log off of the internet. Let's say I just posted a video, and in 24 hours I get, I don't know, 100,000 likes, right? But I haven't made it yet to that level that I want to be. I still got a 9 to 5 like I do. I got 2 jobs. We can't take these likes, these comments, these shares, put them in our pocket, and carry them around in our personal lives, like I think some people love to do. Like, do you know why? Like, I swear, in the news now, when they introduce somebody or when they talk about somebody, first thing they say, oh, they have over 1,000 likes or 1 million followers on Facebook. Does that make them newsworthy? Because the blind will also follow the blind. But that's the internet. Think about whatever political candidate you want to think about. Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever. People follow them. They followed them. Your favorite candidate may have won, lost, whatever. And you may think, man, the people who follow this guy, they are freaking idiots. And I think that's how these people on the internet, man, who gather these mass followings, they try to take this following, put it in their pocket, and use it in their real life. Example, I used to be a manager at a Fortune 500 company. In the interview, I asked, what are you most proud of in your life that you've achieved so far? Because once again, they were trying to apply for a Fortune 500 company. They said, oh, I have amassed over 500,000 followers. All right, next question. All right, if that's what you call success, good on you. You didn't say anything about your college degree, your previous work history, anything. 500,000 followers means more than that to you. Hey, whatever. And I think that the internet has been integrated so much into our lives now that it becomes, there's a part of our brain now that affects, that is just called internet. And it affects our mental health. And you can't, and it's going to take me to my last point when it comes to this false security blanket. Just like you can block people online who don't agree with you, the people who may state their opinion, who you call haters, you can't take this internet, put it in your pocket, and walk around at work with it, or in your real life. If you get pulled over by the cops, you can't block that interaction that's really happening. You may really go to jail. I had and once again, using a work scenario, this same Fortune 500 company, I had an employee. I would send out mass emails sometimes to my entire team. I had a team of like 13 people, right? This one employee, I will always get an automatic message from this one employee. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not available. One day I went to her. I said, what are you doing? You can't block me. I'm passing out information to the team. And she told, and the sad thing is, she told me something that was very useful. She said, well, David, I feel like sometimes you give out information that the entire team doesn't need to hear. Give it to specific people. And that helped me become a better manager in a position that I was in. But I said, why do you think it was okay to block me? This ain't the internet. I'm not your Facebook friend. I'm your boss. And she just didn't understand that. Like, you can't block people that you work with. We may work with people all the time. They're not going to be our Facebook friends, people that we don't like, but you can't take this stuff and say, okay, I'm going to use my false security blanket. I don't like David as my manager, so I'm going to treat him like he's one of my friends on the internet, and I'm going to just block him out. And when I did that, she didn't come to work for the next 3 days. And then had a conversation with me about how much I hurt her feelings. And that's the internet's doing. What I got up next here? Oh. Excuse me. The internet and setting you up for failure. The internet will definitely set you up for failure. I see a lot of people online getting all this love, getting all these likes, getting, yada, 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 whatever, right? And they come to work feeling great. And what they try to do in the workplace, sneak on the phone, do this, do that. And there's a lot of workplaces now, especially where I used to work at for this specific company. I used to work in the banking industry. Couldn't have phones because the company didn't want you taking pictures of a customer's credit card information or a excuse me, checking routing number, yada yada yada. I'll tell this person, hey, put your phone away, man. Put your phone away. Put your phone away. Please put your phone away. Every day, 3 and 4 times a day. I didn't want to write this person up for something as dumb as having their phone out. And they're like, oh, I'm interacting. Oh, I'm getting comments on my picture from last night. Or, blah, or me and my girls went out. Or me and my boys went out. Yada, yada, yada. And I got to respond to my followers. And I'm like, pretty soon you have to tell your followers that you in the unemployment line to start you a GoFundMe. And just to see how depressed they were. They didn't even work after that. And I've literally had employees, when I was a manager, leave work after I tell them that. Use their PTO, leave work. Because they're so used to being on this, being on this phone, being on this phone and getting all this false love from people online who honestly you don't know, who have no impact on your life whatsoever, and half of them can't do nothing for you. But you would put your job at risk to talk to these people. I just didn't get it at the time. And what somebody tried to justify, they tried to justify it by telling me, once again, man, I got 2 million followers on my TikTok page. And I'm like, okay, that's nice for you, but you didn't come to work to be on TikTok, And it really killed this one person not to be able to be on their phone. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of dopamine, this internet, man, it's like a drug to people who just love it so much, man. And it's a drug that you can just get more and more and more of. It's like logging into the Matrix. It's like as soon as you wake up, man, you log on, you see what comments, what likes, what reactions you got from the previous night. Throughout the day, you're trying to create more stuff. And if somebody doesn't like your material, oh, you're just a hater. If you're not getting the reactions you want, oh, you're just a hater. If somebody says something you don't like, you block them. And then you try to take that that entire mindset, that mood, and take it into your personal life. When in reality, and you can't separate internet from reality. And that's how it impacts our mental health, man. Because it becomes that dopamine rush. That's why some people overdose, and you can overdose on the internet. And that's why some therapists they prescribe you take a mental health break, detox from the online if you're going through something. And I had to do it myself just now. I just lost my aunt. Rest in peace, my Aunt Bondi. I was so emotional. Little stuff was making me upset. I got more upset over the Bills losing against the Chiefs because Josh Allen didn't get the ball in overtime. It made me act out of my character, and my professional contacts on my Facebook page saw that. I'm on a break. I'm doing better than ever. And I've literally heard a therapist prescribing social media breaks because this internet, man, is a drug. And it's going to lead me to my last point, and this is why drugs are so addicting. Now, I was born in 87. 4/20/87. Yes, I was born on Monday, April 20th, 1987. I share a birthday with Luther Vandross. Don't look up who else I share a birthday with. However, when I was a kid, we played manhunt. We played curveball. I played at my cousin's house. I didn't have to have play dates in the 90s. I would just ride my bike to my friend's house or just ride my bike around the block, see who's out playing. And we all went to school together, man. We went to Madison and Rochester, New York. We went to Madison. We went to Franklin together. We went to 22 school together. We went to 16 school together. I know these kids. I'm playing with them. But now there's something called cyberbullying. And adults and children are victims of being cyberbullied. And that's why this is a drug. To make this video, turned on my little lights. And I'm going to, later when it's done, I'm going to log on to the internet, upload it to YouTube, and get off. But imagine being so addicted to the internet that you can't get off, even though people on the internet are making fun of you, making you feel like shit, trashing you, cyberbullying you. When I was a kid in the 90s, we got real life bullied. But now these kids and some adults, they can't escape it. They get bullied at work, they get bullied at school, they get on the internet and they get bullied. But the thing is, they're so addicted to the internet, they can't not log on. Isn't that an addiction? Isn't that a drug? Because me, as a normal human being, hey, if you on crack, let's get you some help. Or just don't smoke crack. If you're an alcoholic, let's get you some help. Or just don't drink. But I've seen people who can't not have the internet in their lives for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. And I'm not even talking about the internet that we all need, like let's say GPS or the weather service on our phone. I'm talking about social media sites where the cyberbullying is happening. They still go back to it. And if you block somebody, all they gotta do is create another profile. Why do you think catfishing is a thing? There's a whole MTV series called Catfish. Because people just can't get off the internet. They want to be loved so much, they give people money who they don't even know online. Can you imagine wanting to be liked that much? I'll be damned. And haircut or no haircut, you know, I had to quarantine. I just came from New York for a funeral. I've still got this cough, so I didn't want to pass this crap to the barbershop. I'm looking like crap right now. You know? But I'm not going to be on the internet looking for love or catfish, giving somebody money I don't even know. You got your damn line. But people do it because they're so addicted to this internet. It's like these cords, man. It's like it's hooked up to their veins, and they can't get enough of it. They can't get enough of these likes, these comments, these views, these shares, yada yada yada. And it's a shame because the internet not going anywhere. Now we got virtual reality. It's becoming, excuse me, it's becoming more and more a part of our lives. And all this stuff is still going to happen. That false security blanket is going to get even bigger. It's going to make us feel even warmer. We're going to snuggle in it deeper every day. Them likes, them subscribers, them shares, them comments, they're going to increase with your material. Because you're going to get better and better and better, and you're going to get more addicted, more addicted, more addicted. You're going to become further and further and further from reality because you know what? People on the internet love you. So when you have a hard day at work, you're going to come back home to your safe space because you're going to get that big rush of dopamine. You're going to take that vein, you're going to put it in that arm right here and get that big rush of dopamine. It's going to be that big rush of dopamine that you need. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. My name is David Kendrick. With all that stuff being said, like, share, and subscribe all you want to. Yada, yada, yada. I care more about what I do in real life. I'm the vice president of Nami DeKalb. I live here, right here in DeKalb County, Georgia. Sorry if y'all hear rain. Excuse me, rain in the background. I got my patio door open, and it's raining. It's a beautiful thing. I love to hear rain. And man, do yourself a favor. Take a week off from the internet. If you're getting cyberbullied, seek help. And just know, whoever you are, man, in real life, not on here, you're beautiful, you're special, you're smart. Don't rely on other people to tell you that. Know that. And I'm out.